So welcome to our Friday news update for you. We are back, there's two of us again, so Ben's back with us. I'm in casual attire.
Mufti day.
Yeah, because I've had a meeting today, so I've not got my homeless direct top on, but Ben has. So we're going to, first of all, talk about our prize mug. So our mug winner from last week, we're talking about Shuffleboard. If you're a regular viewer, you'll have watched it last week. And one of my favourite commenters ever is Bailey Rob. I don't know if his name's actually, could be Rob Bailey.
Rob Bailey.
But Rob's been stalking me ever since I said I don't like Double Dragon. I don't like Double Dragon. People look at it with rose-tinted spectacles, which is what you just said.
I do.
And everybody thinks, oh, what a great game. But when you play it now today, I think it's rubbish. It slows down.
Yeah.
There's no moves. It's just...
No.
But anyway, I think I've upset Bailey Rob. But we are going to pick you to receive a mug. So this might not be the mug that you actually get, because it's whatever we've got in the warehouse, but we'll get a mug over to you. But it will be one of our arcade mugs. So congratulations, you've got that, despite me upsetting you. And I also need to know whether it is Bailey Rob or Rob Bailey. I think you're Rob Bailey, personally. So anyway, you're our winner. Let's talk about this week's subject, which is Donkey Kong. So we absolutely love Donkey Kong, our favourite game. And I guess it really stems from the King of Kong.
Yeah, I think it stems from it being an arcade great that we'd never played up until probably about 5 or 6 years ago, where we watched a movie with Steve Wiebe. If you haven't seen it, it's called The King of Kong. I won't tell you too much about it, other than it's just really, really good. It's a documentary movie about Kong players. So me and Andy then recreated our very own Donkey Kong-esque championship, which didn't end very well for Andy.
But it involved a lot of drinking of rum.
Yeah, no, it did. Lots of rum. Lots of good times playing on each other's cabs. So sometimes Andy would be at home and he'd send me a picture message of 78,000 on a Friday night, and of course I couldn't go to bed then because I think, oh man, and then I'd have to fire up my cab and then I'd try and beat it. Lots of backwards and forwards. And then one fateful night that we were going out into Bristol for some beer and some food. We're not alcoholics, by the way, we like to mix food with beer as well. It happened, and I got this wonderful 130, well, you should know this.
I think it's 133,700 on my cab. It sits there now with Ben Joy, that's his name on there.
Yeah.
And I've got the next two entries, and I think you're 1,500 points ahead of me.
Yeah.
It's from your point pressing at the beginning. I never do that because I die.
No.
Ben does that. So.
And we'll explain that, because you might just be sat there thinking what these two guys were waffling on about. So we'll show you.
So why are we talking about it now? So it's because we've actually finally got our own original Donkey Kong cabinet. It's coming from America. It is in stunning condition.
Yep.
And we absolutely love it. And normally they come in, and we've actually, well, they don't even come here. We've already sold them and they've gone off to a customer. But one has actually come in, made it into the showroom. I think we should keep this here.
No, yeah, this one's probably not for sale.
It's in the museum.
Yep.
But Ben, being our resident expert, he's going to talk us through Donkey Kong Tactics.
Yes, so come close. So Donkey Kong, for those of you that have played it or haven't, here we go. This is super iconic. Now there's two different versions. Me and Andy played the Japanese version of Donkey Kong, which there are four, here he goes. There are four main levels, and they change differently depending on which version. So this is the American version. So on the Japanese version, you start off with the barrel level, which is this level here, and then it progresses to a factory. I call it the pudding factory. Then it moves on to an elevator level, and then a final stage where you have to dethrone Kong above these sort of like girders and rivets. So, oh blimey. So this is how you play the game. Now, this is obviously immense pressure. There's no, oh good lord, there's no resets here. I have to be mindful of my language, but so far so good.
Oh, you should be all right now.
Yeah, we should be all right.
No courtesy flush.
There's the hammer of justice. Oh!
Always watch out for the barrel coming down there.
Why did we curse it with that and say, oh yeah, you'll be fine? Right, come on, let's get up there.
You're not going to point press from that barrel coming down?
I'm not going to point press that. So some people will or will not pick up the hammer and get all these extra points.
I never go for the hammer.
No, I always go for it.
It always causes me trouble.
Which is why I'm the current champion at 133,000. So don't listen to Andy. Right, let's go up. This is dangerous. I am actually really good at this game.
Do you want me to take over? Since you can't get off the first screen, Ben.
No, the first screen's done. It's been a while since me and Kong have played. So here we go. So if you ever want any advice on this,
I'm enjoying this.
Don't call me.
This is great.
Don't speak to me. That was dangerous as well. So it is about timing, and the game's also about patience, which, as you can see, when you're recording it in this fashion, oh God, it's easy to lose your patience. So hammer of justice. You have to stop with the hammer to attack the barrel. Almost died again then, by the way. Here we go. Right, come on. You can do it. Here we are. So, up we go. There we go.
Oh, he's all right. Oh my God, that was close.
That was so risky. I'm actually sweaty. I've got sweaty palms.
That's good to know, Ben.
I'd be no good in a tournament environment.
So what screen is it going to give you?
So because this is the American version, and I love America, by the way, and I love Americans, they've done things slightly different, which I think is slightly unusual. Now, there's a way to clear this level, which is the way that I'm doing it now. So you have to remove all of these yellow rivets, and as soon as you've cleared them, Kong falls down from his platform, and you rescue the princess or ogre or whatever she may be.
She's not an ogre.
Well, she's not much of a princess either. I'd probably leave her up there. So at this point here, I'm waiting for the fireballs to come down and join me on this mid-level. And I'm not going to lie to you, they do tease a little bit. Come on, boys. Okay. And then we're going to go in for the hammer. Whack these guys. He's getting whacked as well. And then you want to stay as far left as you can.
Right.
Right, sorry, thank you. Don't know my rights from my lefts. Down here, we get this final one here. So we're kind of safe now because these guys can't make it across. So we go up, we've got another hammer here. We need to tease that chap down. He's come down. Oh, bugger. All right, we're okay. No, he's escaping. Oh, you little sod. Oh, no, he's escaped it.
So the reason for staying on the right-hand side is that when they respawn, they come over on the left.
Thank you, mate.
Which keeps them over on the left-hand side.
Yeah, spot on.
But one did escape.
Here he comes, but it's all right. Oh, he's following me up. Oh, no, I couldn't even do the auxiliary points. So in America, they thought they'd go from the barrel level to the very last level where you defeat him, and then back to the barrels, and then I think the next stage is the factory level. And then you just go on, and that's how the game's played. The Japanese version I think is better because you go barrels, factory, elevators, and then on to the final level, which makes sense. You've got 4 levels in sequence. And that's why it's such a good game, because it's easy to play, anyone can play it, but it's so difficult to master it. And it's a real shame that we couldn't get to the elevators. We have actually got a YouTube video, actually, haven't we, on our YouTube channel with
Trying to play the elevator level.
with a mildly drunk Benjamin, several years ago, looking a bit more fresh-faced as well, might I add, teaching people how to play it, and it was a good video to make good fun. So if you do have an interest, check it out, and you know, there's a bit more detail and a better playing in there as well.
So yeah, so I would say, if you've not discovered Donkey Kong, get involved. If you go, I think it's either on Netflix or Amazon Prime. Yeah. I think you can actually watch King of Kong. You'll probably find a dodgy copy on YouTube. You can actually buy the DVD. I think the DVD's by $2.99 or something like that on Amazon. So if you want to get involved in watching that, watch it. It's great fun, and that will enthuse you to then have a go.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's on MAME. It's on the 60-game cocktail cabinets that we sell.
Yeah.
I think you can probably even find a version you could play with keyboard if you really wanted to on your PC at home. So get involved with Donkey Kong. It's good
and
fun.
let us know if you do. Just give us your high score, or if you're watching and you've got a better score than 133,000, which was at one point on a website called Twin Galaxies, that was about 14th in the whole world. Have I made that up?
Yeah.
Okay, good. He's only saying that.
When was that?
If you look at the top...
In 1981?
No.
2 days after it came out.
Yeah. If you look at the highest scores in the world, I'm pretty sure, if mine was verified
That's
by...
because people haven't bothered putting them on.
Well, I disagree. Anyway, the point is, get involved, play it, pop down here and play it. So we've got DK there, and then we've got
Do you want to give away the mug?
I'm going to give away a mug. So it's my mug to give away, Donkey Kong mug. It might not be this exact one. In fact, it won't be, because you won't want that one, because that's my mug. And
it's got pen in.
And it's got pen in there as well. So we're giving that away to one of you wonderful winners, and all you've got to do is tell us what your favourite arcade game is. So Rob Bailey Rob, I'm with you on Double Dragon. I'm with you, man.
You disagreed earlier on.
No, I didn't. I said I get why Rob Bailey likes it, and he's fighting to defend Double Dragon. I love Double Dragon. However, if you said to me now, would you rather play Double Dragon or Rastan, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I would choose a different game. Yeah. But it's in there because I love it, and I remember it at my local sports centre, and I remember putting loads of money in it and just thinking it was the best thing ever. So I do have an affection for it.
Good, brilliant. So comment, tag a mate who you play arcade games with. Let us know what your favourite game is. Have yourselves a great weekend, guys.
Wonderful
and we'll catch
weekend.
you again next week.
See you guys. Take care.